year. As you know, the committee was weighing who was the better team, Notre Dame or Miami. You better believe Notre Dame has some revenge on their mind as they were left out of the college football playoff last season, and Miami went on a run to the national championship game. A lot of drama here in this top 25 matchup. This should be epic. Back to you.
Howie, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Hurricanes ready to kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
You gotta move it. Do the pointer thing. No, your little pointer thing. It's almost gone. Yeah, it's almost gone. Right on.
Hits inside. It's Mobley.
Oh, Lord,
a collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Tells to run, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense. Turning it on. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Nowhere to go.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Oh, no, you got to punt that.
And the Canes will go for it on 4th down. So Miami signals for a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Searching for space. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. There he goes. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go. Pick up the first down.
I thought he was going to take me out.
From the gun, it's Mobley. There's a little room there. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand. Nice move there. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical challenge of the Irish because they're ready to rumble?
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Again. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. It'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Carr. Look out. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
Powers inside. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Irish.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Caught on the RPO. Plows through the defense.
Underneath
but he got drilled on that tackle.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. We're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
first down physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. It gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Mensah. Under pressure, finds a tight end. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Push is ahead.
Oh, he tried to hit square. I hate when that play do that.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle.
We can go for that? 4th for 6? He can't go for 4th for 6, can he? Where the fuck is the rules at? I think you gotta punt that.
The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They're going to field this one in tight quarters. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. Productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 50.
We're out of there. We're running.
At the 30. At the 20.
Fuck on.
And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Notre Dame. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that.
Okay, you there? pass went out of bounds.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move
no,
them
he
back.
ain't muted. He's there.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Runs through the tackle.
Ooh.
At the 45.
He gone.
Oh, look out on the right.
Good shit. He busted the 3
Touchdown,
tackles.
Miami. He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Play fake, Carr. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And that's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Burrowing for yardage. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there.
Returners don't get many shots, right? Like, they only get a few shots a game. They want to maximize it. You're not going to get any shots if you don't secure the football. Got to take care of the football, big fella.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Down he goes.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Throwing, Mensah. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And for the majority of the offseason, we thought Mensah was going to be starting for Duke in the offseason saga that happened. Obviously, a lot went into it. But here's what you know about Miami quarterbacks in recent history. Cam Ward, the #1 pick. Carson Beck, a lot of experience coming in. Now Darren Mensah comes in. Miami finds the guy. They have to have that spot covered. And Palmer, they got a really good one.
They have been able to reload. And for anybody that didn't know Darren Mensah and where he started, just look back to his film just 2 years ago at Tulane when he's absolutely lighting up in the American, wins an ACC championship at Duke, and now filling in for Carson Beck and a team that just went to a national championship. But this is a guy with time.
You can go for this.
talent, and they think there will be no drop-off at the QB spot. They've got their eyes set on taking one step further this time to win it all.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to pick up. Ball is loose. Woo. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Man,
and that is so
frustrating because
he got the first down, got past the sticks,
he caught it, broke the tackle, and then went to go see Big Home.
And that goes right back now to the defense.
Great job, David, by the defense, not putting on the
play on my butt.
Open spaces. He's at the 20.
He got a good run, but.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That is his third score of the game, and now 14 on the season.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There's no question this team is reeling down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Got his man. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Got him on the
he's gone.
At midfield, he's got room. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown.
He's playing that motherfucker underneath. It's in a blitz.
Some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And the extra point is good. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And he lays out, and he's got it down the left side.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Carr on play action. Fires to the middle. Out wide right, it's Graham. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Danzy.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Throwing, Carr. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Air in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Takes a hit as he fires. Dangerous throw on that one.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's Mensah to throw. It's complete on the right side. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. The Canes will hustle to the line.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening. And
he's loose. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem today.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Finds his target. Breaks into the open. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Come on.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Didn't get a ton on the return, but he got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
3rd in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that 1st down, makes the big mistake.
At the 40, there he goes. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Here's Carr to throw. Left side, it's Williams. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Sets his feet. It's Carr. Good job just to get rid of that one.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Throws quickly. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. That should be the final play of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We start with the Washington Huskies taking on the Stanford Cardinal. And it's Washington with a real chance to make this a memorable season. 9-1 following everything that happened last year. Let's find out if they can get to 10-1.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half. So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Got it behind the line. It's Vaughn. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. The give is to Williams. Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Offense getting set for first down. The give on the counter. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Trying to stop this guy has been a near impossible task. You want to become an Irish legend, like maybe the most legendary of all Notre Dame backs, George Gipp, win one for the Gipper. How about just running one with this guy?
Yeah, you want to win some hardware at the end of the season, too. Just keep feeding him the rock, letting him do his thing. Running the football with such success makes everything easier on offense. But when you can hand the ball off to the right, to the left, up the middle, have success, yes, please.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Quarterback changing the play. Quick give. It's Mobley. And he's brought down after a short gain.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Powers through the defender. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Running inside, it's Fletcher. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. They're working that left side. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, we know this guy is special. And because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. And the Canes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Rid of it on the RPO. There he goes. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. The Hurricanes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. From the red zone, it's Fletcher. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Mensah. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Turns it upfield. Touchdown, Hurricanes! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. Well, this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get them the ball back.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Carr finds his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Moving the pocket, it's Carr. Got his man in the middle. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Throwing, Carr. Setting up the screen. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. To the air, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Between the hashes, it's Graham.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Straight ahead, it's Coleman Williams. To the 10. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Throwing, Mensah. It's complete to the right. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Listen, the defense gave up a couple of yards, but they're happy to give that up because they know the clock is still ticking. They're trying to bleed this thing. If you want to throw it over the middle of the field inbounds, they'll give that to you all day.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Oh, he's got some space. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on 4th down does not work. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. They'll take the penalty and move them back. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. All over him immediately.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Hits inside. It's Mobley. Dragged down.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Here's Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Snags a quick pass on the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Caught. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Caught behind the line. It's Lofton. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Smashes ahead. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Firing toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, Miami.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
Okay.